welcome to Sammy on Stadia. Hello and welcome to Sammy on Stadia, the F2 Challenge. I'm about to start racing the F2 cars around 22 tracks for 5-lap sprint races. Let's see how far I can get out of that board. Okay, so as you can see, I've got all 22 tracks from Australia all the way through Europe, into Asia, the Americas, and finishing at Abu Dhabi. That's all 22 tracks of the original F1 2020 calendar. Some of these, as you can see, like Interlagos, the F2 cars haven't raced around in real life, so there's no lap record for me to beat. Others like Russia or Italy, Belgium, the cars race around every year. Let's go into Australia. We've got 5-lap races. The AI level will be at 86. I will be using full vehicle damage, so if I crash, that's it. And just to prove that there are no flashbacks, I'm going to turn them off there. So let's go for it. No qualifying, no practice, just straight in the Australian round of the F2 Challenge.
Welcome to the Australian Formula 2 race, which is almost ready to get underway. Everyone is getting prepped on the start line, and the action should kick off any moment. First raced in 1996, this race circuit is one of the fastest on the calendar, and despite the lack of elevation changes, it's also one of the most thrilling to watch due to the varying corner types and high-speed straights, meaning there's something for every fan of the sport. Couple this with the typically gorgeous Australian weather, and it's easy to see how this has become such an incredibly popular race event. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
As we're now moments away from the off, let's take a look at the grid order in which they'll start today's race. An immense lap from Nikita Mazepin yesterday puts him on pole position, and Louis Delatraz will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sete Camara, Latifi, Nobuharu Matsushita, and De Vries, Eilot, Correa, Joe, Sean Galea, Schumacher, Giotto, Dorian Boccolacci, and Hubert, King, Calderon, Raghunathan, and Jack Aitken, Alesi, and Ralph Boschong completes the grid.
You can see it's stuck me in 80.
To lights out, so let's go down to the track.
I'm quite worried about this because I'm not a great overtaker. Anyway, going to the car setup. I think we're going to leave it balanced this way. Okay, everything's ready. My pit crew are there. Take a quick look to the TV camera there. And let's get going. Floodlights, amber out, and we're away. So try and get past the Unifin on the side of me and Calder at the top. Go down to the first corner of this F2 Challenge. I brake very late and I'm going to have to cut cross corner. Thankfully, the game hasn't given me a penalty for that, but I am up to 15th. That's a good start for me so far in this F2 Challenge. We're going to go again. Oh! Yeah, even though we are set to expert, do seem to be braking a lot earlier than we were. You better give me a massive shunt down the inside. I'm going to turn favour here. It's a single line corner there, so I can go as fast as I want as long as I'm on the line.
Well done, mate. Nice start.
And P40 at the moment. Giotto just ahead. You can see a massive queue of cars. The F2 cars are all the same performance. It is literally just the driver AI and myself differentiating these cars. Oh, mucked up that corner, and I'm going to get overtaken in a minute. Got to leave space, got to leave space. No, single file through there, I'm good. But you can see I've lost a lot of time to 13th. Points will be awarded in each race for the top 10. Obviously, the person with the most points at the end will win, but there's also some extra points for fastest lap. I'm not sure if there's fastest lap. There's a couple of points for pole. It might be that they are. That's Delatraz leading the field in the fastest lap. I've caught back up to Giotto, which it sort of shows how much they're holding each other up. I'm going to put it down the inside, but that's not worked. I'm going to get overtaken by Hubert and possibly someone else.
You might make a mistake.
You might make a mistake indeed. Or it might be us that make a mistake. And this was the previous lap I got past Hubert here. I didn't manage to do it there. I'm nowhere near in reality. It might be that I'm not going to be able to overtake too much. I'm losing time for a lot of the first half of that, which I do gain back towards the end of it. And you can see I'm now a lot closer, and I'll continue to gain throughout the rest of this lap. But that was better. Much better than I through there, but I've got a tank stopper. Yeah!
That looked bad. Are you alright?
That's it, I was spun out. That was tough. First race ends in disaster. You couldn't make that up. Let's have a look at what actually happened. I'm going through there. Absolutely fine. A little bit wide. All of a sudden, just I wasn't the only one. In the end. This is the view of the guy behind me. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying enough attention to find out who it was. You can see as I try and recover to the racing line, I'm out of control at this point. There he goes. That's both cars wiped out. That is particularly bad luck on lap 2 of the F2 challenge. I've already crashed out. This is going to be a very difficult one to recover from in the following races. So that's it. Guitar from the session. You can see I'm magically back to the pit lane, despite crashing on the other side of the track. Obviously, I don't want to talk to anyone at this point.
Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and gyro strategy, what is so cool on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and I can see the Carlin team underneath our commentary box going crazy as their driver walks out. It was a great win, and it means a great deal to this team.
You can see there, Delatraz gets 25 points for the win. Matsushita would normally just get 18 points for second place, but you see he's also got the purple vest for that. So that's an extra 2 points, bringing you up to 20. With 15 points for third, 12 for fourth, 10 for fifth, all the way down to 10th, which gets 1 point, which is our teammate, Dorian Bacalacci. Well done him. further down, we find out it was Jordan King who we had the collision with. It's very difficult to apportion blame. I was already on a tank slapper and he was very close. We came together. It was a bad one. Let's have a look a bit wide to see the dust kick up. As I try and pick up, nearly take out, I believe, is Tatiana Cold one. It could be. I think it is. Yep, TC on the side. So I nearly take her out, and she'll have to pit for that front wing. It's absolutely awful. So my F2 challenge got off to a bad start. Let's see what happens in round 2 coming up later this week.